What is going on with my voice? I haven't spoken to anybody this morning and my voice is just gone. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I actually have no idea what this video is going to turn out like. I just thought I would turn the camera on and kind of do a bit of a sewing vlog. The first thing I have to crack on with today is I need to get on with some of my orders for my clothing brand. Every time I'm on the camera, it does that. Anyway, I have some orders to crack on with for my clothing brand for my linen corset that I released. I know it's not an actual corset, I completely understand that, but it's what people know as a corset, so that's why I call it that. I'm gonna crack on with some of those orders today. I think I need to tweak the pattern a little bit, some of the grading needs to be tweaked. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going on holiday in 2 weeks to Istanbul, and I'm really excited because we have no sun literally ever in Manchester. Like, it rains so much here. It's always grey and it rains. I say that and the sun is coming out a little bit, so we're hopefully in for some nice weather this week. Fingers crossed. But going on holiday to Istanbul in 2 weeks, and I probably shouldn't really be spending time making things for myself because I have a lot of other work to be getting on with, but it all plays into the other work that I have. So patterns I'm making, samples I want to make, that sort of thing. So I might make some things for that as well. So I just thought I'd come on the camera and just kind of vlog what I'm doing over the next maybe week or so. So do let me know if you like this video, and I better crack on and make some orders now. Okay, so now to try and save on fabric, I don't fully pattern match, but I always want to pattern match the front of this. I like to have, if I can, sort of this section across the front, so like a bird and a big flower, because I think it looks nice. But if I was to pattern match the whole thing, it would take, one, it would take ages, and two, I'm not entirely sure that it wouldn't mean like taking up loads of fabric and costing even more. So I might try and get the bird in there as well if it will fit. So I'm going to fold on the grain line, and then my pattern's the other way around, so I'm gonna have to fold it so the bird will fit nicely there. So the first piece I'll cut out is that piece, and I'll get some scissors. This part takes forever when it comes to making these corset tops, because pattern matching I'm not very good at it. It just takes me a long time. So now, because I've cut here, my next piece can't go there because the seam allowance will just like take away like a chunk of that, and then it won't be pattern matched and the bird will be off. So now I have to move to another part where we have the same print. So actually it's right there, so that's fine. And then what I'm gonna do is match up this. So all I do is lay it straight on top. So I think I've got that. Okay, now I knew it wouldn't be perfect because these are on a curve, but I think that's okay. I mean, this side pretty much matches up, but it was a lot easier to match this side because there wasn't like a face on it. And then when this is sewn, it'll be about here. And I think I'm gonna say that's okay, because like obviously if you can see, here is matched up, here is matched up. This is a little bit off, but when there's curves in it, there's not really much you can do about that, but it's matched up enough that it doesn't look too disjointed. So I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna leave that pinned as it is, and then I can just sew it, and then I've only pinned the bottom bit because that's where I wanted to check that it matched. I'll come back to that piece in a bit, and I'll obviously just cut the rest just kind of as is. I'm not gonna worry too much about pattern matching any of the rest. So I've got my pieces to cut out here for this first one, and then I've got some lining and interfacing over there, so I'll do that, and then I'll get on with this order. So I found what I think is a better way. Like, look how nicely that pattern matches now, that bird. So what I did was I took my centerpiece, because that's the piece I was matching to, and then I'll tell you what, I'll show you. Right, well, I'll show you the best I can anyway. And then I placed it on to the fabric, trying to match it up. So can you see here, here's the bird. So then I tried to match up the bird. I'm not going to do it perfect on camera because I actually am doing this with one hand. So let's just say I matched it up here, and then I took one of my heat dissolvable pens. This is actually just the inside tube because I go through these so quick I don't bother putting them in the main thing. And then I drew around the edge of the piece that I'm matching towards, just in the areas that I'm matching it. So just here and here, because when it starts to curve, it throws it off anyway. So I just wanted to match the main chunk here and here. So I drew around it, and then I took this piece off and drew the seam allowance. So if you can imagine, this is no longer on here. I drew the seam allowance in. And then I took my pattern piece. So let me draw a line on here just so you can see this is actually a really good dissolvable pen, so it will come out. So let's just say that's the line that I'm going towards. Then I literally just took my pattern piece, removed this piece, and then on the main bit, took my pattern piece and matched it up so that the seam allowance line matched the seam allowance line, and then cut my piece. And now I've got a piece that is perfectly matching. So going forward, that is how I'm gonna do it. This isn't too noisy because it's very windy today and my big container door keeps closing, so if the light is really bad, I do apologise. Anyway, I started making these trousers a couple of weeks ago now, and I'm not joking you, when I put these on last week, they did not fit me, and now suddenly they do. And I mean, I had food poisoning for a couple of days, but I don't think that's going to make that much of a difference. Anyway, I love the waistband of these, really happy with that. Love the pockets, they're like these, you might just about be able to see, they're side seam pockets, but they've got this stitching detail on the edge, and they're not done like normal side seam pockets, but I find that they sit a bit nicer, they sit a bit flatter. Love the length, love the like size of the hems, like I love that they're kind of straight rather than wide. Actually really happy with these now. I really didn't like them the other day and now I do, so that's good. The only thing is the rise is just slightly too short. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but it's just ever so slightly too short, where I feel like if I sit down it's gonna pull down here. So I think I'm gonna just add an inch to the rise because that's quite close to the crotch. So if I add an inch to the rise, it's going to add a bit more comfort. And then I did actually remember that when I first made these, I messed up the pocket on one of the sides. You can probably see there that I messed up the pocket on one of the sides. I just did it at the wrong height. Actually, that's quite annoying now that I've noticed that. I think it'd be fine. I think I can live with that. But yeah, so I messed it up. So I actually took an extra centimetre off the sides and they didn't fit. But now that I've tried them on again and they do fit pretty much, I think with that extra added rise, this sizing is going to be completely fine. So quite happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and add the extra rise, and then I'm going to make these, I think, in a stripe cotton fabric that I've bought for my brand, for me. I'm going away next week, going away in a couple weeks, so yeah, I think it'd be really cool for that. Happy with those, we'll go ahead and make the other version. So the fabric that I'm going to use for these trousers is this cotton, and it's got these stripes, excuse my terrible nails, it's got these stripes through it that are like, actually I can see it better on the camera than I could the other day. They're like a sort of brown taupey colour and like a charcoal colour stripe. But I've cut it on the cross grain because I want the stripes to go down the leg. So yeah, I'm going to use this and I'm going to make some of those trousers out of it. I think they'll just be so easy wearing for summer. So that's the goal. And then I also have this blue linen. It's like I think it's a linen cotton mix. I'm not 100% that it is 100% linen. It was sold to me as 100% linen, but at a market, so who knows. But yeah, I kind of want to make a pair out of that as well, because I know I'll get so much wear out of these in the summer, and I'll get so much wear out of them when I go to Istanbul as well, for flying and everything. So I'm going to make this stripe pair first because I have enough fabric to make that for my brand as well. And I'm looking at potential options for shoots and things, so I want to get this done and just see how it goes and then go from there. So first thing I need to do is press it, because it's crinkled a lot, because obviously I pre-wash my fabrics to ensure that they don't shrink on myself or anybody else, and then yeah, we'll get cutting. So here I have my pocket, and it's literally just a simple pocket, and it has a notch here and a notch here. But what I've decided to do is, that was just a little bit too thick when I made it out of my main fabric to go in the trousers. It was just a little bit too thick, so I thought I want something thinner. But obviously I want the entrance to be the same fabric as my main fabric. So what I'm going to do is split this piece, and all I'm going to do is, so I've traced off the piece, and I'm going to take go to about here and then go straight up, and then I'm going to split that piece and then just add seam allowance onto this half and this half, so then they can sew together. And then I'll cut this piece out of my main fabric, this out of a lightweight lining. So here is my pocket, and I've done about 3.5 centimeters, about 1.5 inches. And then what I'm gonna do, if I can find my scissors, I'm just gonna cut straight along this line here. And then the rest of the pocket already has seam allowance, so I'm literally just going to stick this piece on here and then do the same on the pocket as well. I'll add 1 centimeter just here and then 1 centimeter just here, just so that I can attach those two pieces together. This will be cut out of main fabric, the rest of the pocket will be cut out of lining. And then I've got my two pieces there, and I'll literally just check that they work. So I'll put one on top of the other and then fold back as if I've just sewn it. And you can see that's my seam allowance, but I'll just trim the seam allowance off. So that's perfect. Happy with that. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It is day 2 of the vlog. I can't remember where I got up to yesterday. I think it was the pink trousers, wasn't it? And then I went home and did a bit of grading and a bit of just bits and bobs on the computer. Today, the intention was to start working on my orders. The linen fabric just arrived for the corset tops, but I completely forgot. I need to pre-wash that fabric so it doesn't shrink. So can't actually do that yet. I haven't opened the pack though, because I did order a remnant pack from them as well, because I thought there might be enough to make the odd corset top out of like one of their other prints. So let's open it and see what I got. Okay, there's my fabric. That's the fabric I actually ordered myself. I ordered a few meters of that to make my corsets. I just love the twine. I wrap my things in twine as well, and I just think it looks so nice. So I'll probably reuse that. I'll probably just save it for my own packages. Now this is my remnant bundle. Okay, now there's going to be some small pieces like I can't really do much with. I could probably make some scrunchies with them. So let's see, we've got this wrapped in twine as well. So first of all, we have this teeny tiny piece, which actually is really cute though. Like, it's got some marks on it, but if they do that in a normal fabric, I really like that. I like the color. I don't know if it's going to show up too well. Maybe I'll show you the other way around so you can see a little bit better the colors of these things. So yeah, it's like it looks a little bit dull on camera, but it's like a green. Yeah, it's not quite showing it right. That's a bit better, but it's like a really nice, like kind of lighter forest green. Now I can't really do anything with that piece, so you know, but that's a good sample for me to see another print. Now there's this zebra print one, which I actually could make a corset out of. Yeah, like look at the size of that. That's a pretty good remnant. I could make a couple of corsets out of that. So that is very cool. What else have we got? There's some really random ones here. I think this must be from, okay, I don't know what that is. That was obviously a huge, I think these might be offcuts from some of their homeware stuff they do as well. So yeah, that's not really, there's not really much I can do with that piece because the print is so completely random. I think it must have been, see there's like a jug there, and I think that looks like a fruit bowl. So these might have been test pieces that they did, but I could actually use the other side because the print doesn't go all the way through. So I could use the other side and make that like a natural coloured one. So that is usable actually if I use the other side. Oh, do you know what? I would love that fabric if that was a whole piece. I don't really think there's enough there for me to make much out of, and the other side I think that, yeah, because it's white it goes through. That actually would be quite a lovely print normally though for a tea towel or something. Do you know what, actually I might cut off here and then here and just have that as a tea towel at home, because then I can use it. So usable but not for corsets. This piece, oh, I knew there wouldn't be much of this because I love this one. I love this fabric. I think I might just buy this because this is available on their site and I just think it's so lovely. I don't think I can make a corset out of it. I don't think there's enough there, but I can definitely, there's a mark on this one as well, because obviously it's a remnant back, you're gonna have that. I'll see what I can do. I might be able to make it work. If not, I actually might just buy that for myself, because that's nice. I'm gonna put that in the can use pile, but we'll see. This piece is nothing. There's nothing to this piece. But like, I don't, because it's on the grain as well, I don't think it's like long enough really to do anything with. You could probably make a blue scrunchie out of it, a skinny scrunchie, and that's about it. So I'm gonna put that in the no pile. This lemon print, oh my goodness, that is lovely. I could make a scrunchie out of that, but I can't really do anything else. But a lemon scrunchie would be cute. But now I'm also considering if I want to order that fabric, if that's readily available on their site as well, because that is very nice. And I think that and that fabric together would just make a lovely kind of Italian / French Riviera style collection. Yeah, I do like that. That can be used, not for corsets, but it can be used for just a scrunchie for me. There's loads in this pack, by the way. I'll have to check how much I paid for it. Also very nice. Not much I can do with it though. It's not very big. It could again be a tea towel, which I think I probably will. Just finish the edges and just make it a tea towel. Very nice, but yeah, not really usable for much. It's quite a small piece. I could make a small bag from that. But I think I would prefer that as a tea towel, because I think the print is very kitchen-esque. Would look nice in a kitchen, so tea towel that is. Now that is a lovely print, but I don't know if I can make anything out of it. I don't think it's going to be big enough. Do you know what though? Saying that, if I have any plain white, or if I bought some plain white, I wonder if I could do this on the front and plain white on the back. If not, tea towel. This print they do have on their site. Now this looks like a relatively big piece. Okay, this isn't long. You can see where the print finishes. It probably ran out of ink on the printer. But it is quite a long piece. So I reckon I could make one out of that. I think this is a Christmas print. Yeah, this is a Christmas border print, which I won't really use, but at Christmas I might make a gift bag out of it, so it can go in the tea towel pile. This was obviously a test print, because you've got these ones here and then this one here in a different colour. And I'm not really vibing with that one. I don't think I would like that even as a tea towel, so I'm not going to use that one. And the back is sheer, so yeah, we're not going to use that one. I don't know what I'll do with it yet. I'll probably donate that. Oh, okay, now that would be an absolutely beautiful print. Look at the little boat. I really love that, and I think that would make such a nice canvas on a wall. Like if I iron that out and I stretch that across a canvas, I think that would be so lovely in my house. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. So not a tea towel, but still a house thing. And then lastly we have, oh, okay. It's a very pale print. It's like almost barely there kind of print. The other side of that is not see-through. So I could use that. Do you remember I was saying for this one? So that could be the back and that could be the front. I could panel. So we could have like this down the center and just like alternate the panels throughout the top. So overall, I'm actually pretty impressed with that haul. Okay, so I'm just looking now, and I bought the 900 gram one. So it was £37.54. Obviously I paid for shipping, but I bought the fabric anyway. So I don't think that's too bad, because this is all linen. If I can make maybe 3 tops out of it, or, you know, I've got like a nice wall art now and some tea towels, like I think that's a really good price. I actually think I might order another one. How much is the bigger one? Well, I might order the bigger one because that's double the amount, but it's not much more money. Because I need to order some more of this fabric anyway. And also I was just looking, and most of these prints are actually, okay, so they do actually sell this one on their website, so that's good. So I if that looks nice, I might put it out on my stories, and if people want that made up into a top, I might actually order some of that. So maybe I will just do the smaller remnant one. They do this one on their site. This one, no. This one I think they do. This one, no. This one was a random piece. And then I think this one they might do. This one they definitely do. So I don't know, do I order remnants or do I just, maybe I'll get the smaller one again for £37, order some of that fabric, and then maybe if on my stories people like them, I could order this and that a purpley coloured one as well. So yeah, I'm going to go and sort through all of these now, order some fabrics, package all of these into how I want them, and then actually I'm going to crack on with some other sewing. So now I'm going to crack on with sewing those trousers I cut out yesterday, those stripe ones. The only thing is I want to put a drawstring in like I did with the other ones, but my buttonhole is not working on my machine. I don't know why, the buttonhole lever just won't stay down. As I like pull it down, it's in place. As soon as it starts making a buttonhole, the lever goes straight back up. But for now, I'm wondering if I could zigzag my own little somewhat of a buttonhole just for this. Yeah, so I'm gonna crack on with some sewing, and that's all I have planned for today now. And then I'll go home and pre-wash some fabric, so very exciting. Okay, I am obsessed with these. They borderline look like pajamas, but because the material's quite like, it's not pajama-y, I think they work. Really happy. I don't know if I can go far enough back for you to see the whole thing. Really happy with them. Love how they turned out. Love the waistband stitching, which gives that bit of detail, and the drawstring. Got the pockets. They fit really comfortably, actually. I'm really, really happy with the fit. The lining is separate to the main, but you can't see it because we've got this panel here. So that's what I was talking about earlier. So yeah, I still need to hem them. So I'm gonna hem them, get them graded. Yeah, happy with how they turned out. Good morning, everybody. It is a new day. I actually did film yesterday, but I filmed an intro to the day and then didn't film anything else for the rest of the day. So I just thought I would remove that and just start again today. So today is Friday. I think this is maybe day 3 of the vlog, but day obviously 5 of the week. I mostly sewed orders yesterday and got a pattern cut out, a new pattern I'm working on. I say working on, I haven't sampled it yet, so that is the job today, to do the first sample for that. Today's main goal is to get on with orders, so I probably won't have much to show you for that part of the day. Because I'm just going to be cracking on with orders. I need to get them all out today. I did 2 corsets yesterday and I need to do 3 today, which I've kind of already started, so that's good. So I'm going to crack on with them. Hopefully I can get them done by around about like lunchtime-ish. Then I need to head out and get some lunch, and then when I come back I'm going to sample up a new top, which is, I'll pop it up here. It's just a quick rough sketch, but it's just an off the shoulder top, and I thought when I release my trousers pattern, I think it's a little bit too basic to release on its own. I say basic, obviously they're nice and everything, but they are a simple style. I wanted to release it alongside something else, or I'm going to release it as a lower price point. I haven't decided which yet, but I thought if this top works out, it would be quite a nice addition, because the 2 pieces are similar in terms of they're elasticated and they're quite loose and flowy. I think they'd look nice together in the right fabrics, but I also think they'd be good as separate. So that is the goal. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna sample the top later. It might come out awful. And yeah, that's it for today. So let's get cracking. Hello everybody. So it's actually about a week now later than the vlog. I was just editing the vlog and I realised that I didn't really show you much at the end of that day. So when I said I was gonna do all my orders and then make my one shoulder top, I actually didn't do it because I think the orders just took all day. But since then I have made the sample for the one shoulder top. I'm just adjusting it on the mannequin now to show you, and it came out really well. So I ended up having to do about 3 or 4 samples because the volume, I just couldn't get the right amount. I didn't want there to be loads in the back, but there needed to be enough to like get it on and off easy without it being too voluminous and just looking a bit like a sack. So I've done it. I've decided as well, I've elasticated the cuff on this one, and I actually think I might do like a bell sleeve, but then all you would need to do is just put elastic in the cuff, so you could actually do either. So I will show you. Okay, so here it is, and it's in the nice fabric as well. I'm actually wearing trousers today too, but yeah, it's in this lovely stripe cotton fabric, and you can see here there's volume. There's enough volume to go around the bust and it looked nice. And then if I turn it round, it's a bit of a loose thread there, little bit of volume here, and then turn it to the back and there's not that much volume. There's a little bit there, but I didn't want it to be too overly baggy. The first sample I did was really baggy, and then we've got the elasticated cuff, which I'm going to do as a bell sleeve. But yeah, overall I think it worked out really well. Really happy with it. I've tried it on, it looks lovely. Someone on my clothing brand Instagram did actually say, what about making a broderie on glaze one and the trousers to match? And I was like, well, I can't really do the trousers because I do manufacturing for these trousers, the broderie on glaze trousers for another brand. So I don't really want to be stepping on any toes and doing that, but I might do some shorts with a elasticated waistband, but the drawstring as normal. So I'm going to sample that. I've got some broderie on glaze that is my own stuff that I'm going to use just to sample it up, because I will probably wear that top and shorts together and separately. And then if it works out and I'm happy with it, I might go ahead and buy some broderie on glaze wholesale so that I can make it for my brand. But anyway, that is the end of the vlog. I hope you enjoyed and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.